I'm trying to make the perfect grappling system, so let's get started. First and foremost, I created the player movement using a rigid body. This is a very important step because force would have to be applied to the player. Then I made a line render which simulates the way a rope looks like. Next I made a few variables, some like speed and distance to customize how the grapple feels, and other vital variables like is grappling, which is a boolean that checks if the player is grappling at any given moment. Then I made a start grapple function which uses a raycast to see if the player camera is pointing at a grappable surface. And most importantly, I made an update grapple function which would bring the player to the desired grapple point. Alright, we're all done. Let's see. Oh, that didn't work. There we go. I now have a bare bones grappling program that simply brings the player to where they grappled. But I want a cool swinging motion and some force to be used to get to the player from point A to point B. So I applied a grapple force to the player each time the start grapple function was called, but it didn't feel very natural. I was just being thrown into the direction I grappled in, so I went back to the cutting board. I needed the rope to function like a real life rope, a physical fixed object. So I added a spring joint. A spring joint joins two rigid bodies together as though they were connected by a spring. The start grapple function is where all the properties of the spring would be set. So let's see how this looks like. Whoa! I'm gonna have to increase the air drag. There we go. This grappling system obviously is not perfect, but it's not too bad. Subscribe for more.